Yeah, but which, we're not on quite yet. We're not on yet. But which one are you, 1 or 2? 1. Okay, so now you can't hear anything? And this just must be to go to there.
Yeah.
Eric, let us know when we're on.
And you can hear both of us. Okay. I have state rankings for the kids too.
That's good. When we're on, Eric, just give me the point.
And are you hearing me okay, Dan?
I can hear you, Coach Marsh. Are we on? All right, welcome here to Wausau West High School. This is a big showdown, Wisconsin Valley Conference here between Wausau West Warriors and the Stevens Point Panthers. We're right at introductions right now at the team lineups. And I want to welcome you to the Wausau West Fieldhouse for another edition of Wisconsin Valley Conference Wrestling and the Wausau West Warriors. With me tonight again, Roger Marsh, our former coach and for many years here at Wausau West. Welcome, Roger. How are you doing tonight?
Doing great. Looking for another exciting Valley match. Of course, tonight we got two undefeated teams in the Valley. Stevens Point's at 4-0, and Wausau West is at 3-0.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good match. This might be one of the best tests that the Warriors have had so far this year in dual meets. There's some good matchups all the way through. Stevens Point's kind of been rebuilding the last couple of years now, and I think they're about ready to show up and represent their city pretty well because got some pretty strong wrestling names on this lineup tonight. So it should be a pretty good dual meet for Wausau West and for Stevens Point. Also like to welcome Eric, the guy on our control panel here, and thank Mr. Brandt for putting on this WIA-TV Wausau West here. It's been a great thing for us all year long. We've been trying to broadcast as many of our home events as we can, and our students are doing just a fabulous job in that class and getting this on the air. It's pretty much all student run, and that's pretty impressive and great for Wausau West and our athletics program, and great experience for these students at Wausau West. They do a great job. So thanks, Eric, for being here. Coach Marsh, I'm really excited about tonight. We got an old icon officiating this match in Arvo Britton. We can only hope that he can make it all the way through for 14 weight classes. Outstanding official, no doubt about it. And I hope he's got a good sense of humor in case he watches this. So
I told him that if he wasn't sure about any of the calls or needed any justification for correction on calls, just look at us and we'd be sure to give it to him.
We've always been really willing to help the officials make the right call, and even though we're retired from coaching, we're still we're pretty knowledgeable in it. And if they're confused, just look over here and I'll give them the nod if it's yes or no. So It looks like we got a full lineup for both teams tonight. 14 weight classes full, and in high school wrestling, that's not always that easy to do. Maybe they are going to forfeit a weight class, maybe at 195. But should be a really good duel here, and we're about ready to get underway. And they drew for the weight class to start the weight classes, and we are starting at 106 pounds, which is the lightest weight class that now is offered at the high school level. And should just be a great night here to get us going with B. Lohr, our senior, coming out for Wausau West. B's got an impressive record of 25-1. And he's wrestling against Nate Duffert. Duffert from Stevens Point, who's a freshman and first-year varsity wrestler for them. But, Stevens Point has a pretty good draw over there, so I'm going to guess this young man has wrestled quite a few matches before tonight.
And also, B. Lohr is ranked number 1 in the state in Division I and is undefeated in the conference.
Oh, that's impressive. He's a great kid. He's come a long ways from his freshman year when I was coaching the Warriors, and his first year in wrestling, and he has improved just dramatically with great work ethic, and this young man's got some athletic ability that you can't teach, and I think he's got some super gifts from of athletic ability, so he's just kind of moving himself around all over here. 2 takedowns already.
Yes, that would make it 3 takedowns.
All right, that's how fast he is.
2 escapes, and we figure that he's going for the pin. He's got it in pretty deep. There it is, 6 points for Wausau West.
He made pretty quick work of that. Some nice takedowns, and then just went right to work on that really tight half Nelson pin, and then stepped over the top, threw his legs, and locked him up. And it's pretty tough for the bottom guy to get out of that. Quick work here at 106 pounds with B. Lohr, the winner by pin. And the Wausau West Warriors take a 6-0 lead in the dual meet. We have
Carlton Lutke for Wausau West and Kobe Konopaki from Stevens Point. Carlton for West is a 9th grader, and Kobe for Stevens Point is a sophomore.
So this could be pretty evenly matched up. Carlton he's got some pretty good experience, and he's one of those guys that if he shows up and wrestles his best, he's pretty tough for a freshman. He may be one of our most talented freshmen we got on with the Warriors this year. He's got some pretty good kids out, but Carlton's probably got the most matches behind him, and he's wrestled varsity for us in and out during the year. But he's one of those guys that if he shows up like he is right now with another really good takedown, he's got a tilt going here and back point. So it's going to be up 5-0 here. Less than a minute gone in the match.
Using that leg right and then getting his turn off of that leg right. I also think Carlton has liked to use his cradle. He's got a pretty good cradle when he can use it too. Looks like he's going to get another near fall count here. Got 3 points. And there's the 3.
Yep, he knows what he's doing. He's making sure he gets the points, and then he's going right back over again.
Score of 8-0. We have about 40 seconds left in the first period.
It's good to see him come out here and do some nice technique and know what he's doing, because he released him intentionally to get the back points. It looks like he's looking for a technical fall here, and he's got 2 more back points. So he's up 10-0 with about 15 seconds left in the first period.
When he casts that move, he needs to keep his hip on top of his opponent's hip when he gets him to his back, and to be able to get more points or maybe get closer to getting that pin.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's got to get out there and reach and get that hip high, and then I'd like to see him trying to work something. He's got a 10-0 lead now. He's working for some kind of a tight pinning combination. Look for
Stevens Point's going to choose top, so apparently they think they have maybe a good pinning combination for the top here.
If I'm looking at this guy, I'd tell him to do a cradle, because this young man at 113 pounds, this Kobe, has got a reach.
Oh, nice sit out for one by Carlton.
About a 10-foot reach when you look at his arms and legs. He's pretty tall.
Yeah, he is. He's a lengthy 113-pounder.
Carl got out of there in a big hurry. He's just up and out. And and back on his feet in less than about 5 seconds. So got a 1-point escape and 11-0 lead for Wausau West. And now another takedown. Nice snap down, go around. Go ahead 13-0 with 1:30 left in the second period.
He's got that leg right in again, going for that cast. No points. Continue to work that leg and the hip. Stevens Point man is trying to control Carlton's wrist, so Carlton can't come across his face to get that back exposure. Once again, same move that he used all in the first period. Using a leg ride to what we call a castaway. Got another 3. That would make it the end of the match with a technical fall and wins 16-0.
Well, that's good to see Carlton come out and be so impressive in that first period and get all of those points and then go right back to work in the second period to get a technical fall and 5 team points for Wausau West.
We have a team score now of 11-0 Wausau West at 120 pounds. We have Alex Burt, who has moved up into the 120 spot. Our usual Hunter Keel has an illness, and he'll be going against one of Stevens Point's better boys, Colton Pope, who's a junior. And Colton is ranked 12th in state at the present time.
You know, that's been a name down at Point. I know that head coach down there is G. Pope for years. I don't know if he's related or not. I know it's spelled the same, but pretty good wrestling name. They've had some of those Pope boys have been pretty tough on the mat. So,
and I believe that Colton Pope from Point is also undefeated in conference. I believe he is like 2-0.
He's working hard on a front headlock, locked up the cradle here. Looks like he's going to get a takedown. He does. Gets a takedown. He's got him on his back. Looks like he's got 2 back points for sure.
Got that cradle locked pretty tight.
Yeah. Alex got to break that grip. He's going to get out of there. Wow.
Called a pin on that. Wasn't really seeing where the back was down, but Arvo Britton called it a pin.
Wow. That was a shocker right there. I got to tell you that thought that'd be a dogfight match, back and forth, and got caught in a cradle, and the referee called a pin, and I don't know. I think Coach Fabry is not too happy about that.
Well, here we go at 126. We have Colin Bain for Wausau West, who is ranked number 1 in the state and also is undefeated in conference, against Fritz Scherl. He's a freshman from Stevens Point, but he is a very good wrestler, has a lot of mat time, and he's currently ranked in state as well. He's ranked 13th. And Colin, of course, with his takedown and had the opponent on his back, but no near fall.
You know, Colin's defending state champion, undefeated. He's the real deal, and you know, being ranked 13 is pretty impressive for a freshman. But he hasn't wrestled Colin Bain, and Colin just stacked him up right there with a nice just stuffing the head down and stacking him. He throws a cradle on, pretty much dominating a 13th ranked wrestler and kind of just having his way, whatever he wants to do. But there's no doubt that Colin's the real deal. I don't know if he's really been tested this year even.
He's got to get that hip pushed away in order to secure that pin. Score of 7-0. There is 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the first period. So about halfway through in that first period, score 7-0, Colin Bain.
He's just so explosive, and you know, when he hits a move, and he's got so much athletic ability that when he hits a move, he's just he just gets it. It's hard to stop him.
Colin's motivated and trying to get a pin in every match that he can, and I think sometimes thinking about getting it as quick as he can every time he's out on the match.
Yeah, he goes after it.
Looking right now for a tilt. He's not in great position there, though, but get the tilt. Looking for his cradle.
He's got it locked up. So
got it locked.
I'll be surprised if he doesn't get some points out of it. Broke his grip.
Point boy was trying to set up for a Granby situation. There's Colin with that cradle. Now for some near fall points. 2 points for near fall. It is now 9-0. 5 seconds left in the first period. And that's the end of the first period. Once again, score of 9-0. Colin Bain from Wausau West in the lead.
You know, Colin's been a force in the Valley for the last 3 years, 4 years actually. I think he's a two-time conference champ, ranked number 1 in the state, of course, and then probably will get number 1 seed in the Valley. And he really hasn't been tested so far this year at 126 pounds. So.
Had a nice takedown. Stevens Point chose neutral there, which actually surprised me a little bit, but Colin with the takedown, so a score of 11-0, and he has his cradle locked up once again. He's underneath that shoulder though, so it'll be hard for him to secure a pin, but he definitely has near fall points.
He's getting that knee in the side though. He's gonna get at least 3 out of this one. And I think he knows he'll break his grip. He'll take his 3. It looks like Colin's working for a tech fall too here. He needs 2 more points and this match is over. He's looking for a tilt here, but I think he should really go back to his cradle again because
Colin released him there. Stevens Point with 1 point escape. Colin wasn't set, wasn't ready, and Stevens Point came in a low single and got the takedown. Score 14-3.
That shows you no matter how good you are that you got to be ready all the time.
Got to be ready.
This boy's ranked. He's a good wrestler. He's been there before. Take a break for a second, and pretty soon you're down 2 points that you thought you should have got. So now we got a 14-3 score, and Colin's working his way out. For reversal.
2 point takedown.
Reversal.
I'm sorry, reversal.
I think he got a reversal on that one. I'm surprised he gave it to him already.
And that's the end of the second period. Score of 16-3. Colin Bain from Wausau West.
13-point lead. Needs 2 more to protect match over. If he gets a takedown here and doesn't go to his back, this match is over.
And Coach Fabry had Bain take the neutral position.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I think I would have chose top.
I would have taken top and gone for the fall.
Yeah, I would have too. Try to get that extra team points.
Yeah, me too. But that's why he's coaching and we're not anymore.
And there's the 2 point takedown with the pull by. Score of 18-3. Another technical fall.
Wausau West, big lead here in Stevens Point. Score is 18-3 after 4 matches. 3 of them won by Wausau West. 2 technical falls and a pin, and 1 pin by Stevens Point.
And the team score is at 16-6. Okay, we're 132 pounds. We have Josh Knoll, senior from Wausau West, wrestling Tyler Kiefer, also a senior from Stevens Point. Kiefer is a wrestler from Point who has been on the mat for a long, long time. His dad is an ex-wrestler from Stevens Point, Pacelli, and has been an official in the state of Wisconsin for a long time, and has also one of the assistant coaches.
That was a really nice snap down, and he just kind of shucked him by.
Nice shuck, yep.
That was really nice, I tell you. Josh did a great job in that. He comes out And every time I watch him wrestle, he gets more confident and he gets more
keep that arm
determined.
Extend
and,
him, extend him.
It's a nice job on that takedown. What a good way to start the match out. Josh Knoll, heck of a job. Two seniors here tonight on paper. This looks like one of the best matchups here we got. So, Josh Knoll started out pretty well, looking pretty tough. A nice snap down and shucked it by for a 2-point takedown.
There we go. We got caught on our heels again, Coach.
Yeah, that's the second one tonight now.
Yep.
Oh.
Knoll did some good scrambling and got out of there.
Did. I thought he was going to get that sit back there and that whizzer, but he didn't get that. Did a nice job of following through, or he could have been down by a point because he almost gave up a takedown there, but he did a really good job of countering. Oh, nice job, Josh. Getting in on that duck under, hitting into a single double. Defensive, did a nice job of countering that.
He's trying to get that 2-on-1 arm tie and bring him forward. Didn't get him extended enough to score on that move. Inside tackling for that front head. Looking for a nice shuck again. Same
Another
thing.
Nice one. He's done a nice job of that.
See, a lot of times Josh will try to do that, what we called last week, the Josh Kyle move, where he gets that front headlock and takes the opponent to his back.
I really like that. I like that combination. He switched it up on that.
Yep, I think they were scouting him and thinking, okay, he's not going to do that and hit his shuck, and he's gotten 2 points on that same move.
That was awesome.
Score 4-2, and we have 1 second and the end of the first period. Score 4-2. Wausau West in the lead. Josh Knoll from West chooses down.
Yes. Kiefer's dad's kind of a long-time WA official. I see he's over on the bench. He must be coaching at point now. Pretty good wrestler in his own day.
Yep, at Stevens Point Pacelli.
Yep, and now on the bench watching his senior son in his last year at SPASH. So a lot of pride in that.
Nice escape by Knoll, getting to his feet and moving his feet.
Can Josh get a takedown here, he can really kind of set the tone in this match. Makes it a lot better if he gets that 4-point lead here.
Nice double.
Oh, he's got to take his hips in with him. If he takes his hips, that was a dandy shot. He's doing a great job of setting him up and hitting it.
He's wrestling really aggressive, but he needs to extend him more on that head shuck.
I like him. I like his style. He's just exploding. Can't stop here. He's got to keep wrestling. Sucker drag this out of here and get back into a better position. Can't go down to his base.
Knee block. Stevens Point got him in a front headlock and then did a knee block to get his two. Scores now 5-4 with 50 seconds left. Wausau West ahead, 5-4, second period.
Josh's got to get out. He needs an escape and a takedown this round to take this match back over here because that 2-point takedown just changes everything.
Yep.
He's right back in the match now.
Starting to get a little sloppy on his feet, too. He's got to be careful.
Really on that takedown, I thought he kind of broke down to his flat. He should have stayed on his base. I don't think there was a takedown there. Yep. Another one.
Yeah, he's caught Knoll from Wausau West on his heels and came in for a nice takedown.
Nice double leg takedown, and Josh wasn't in position to sprawl, so right now we got a tied match, 6-6, with like 1 second left in the second period, and I'm going to guess Point's going to take down, and this is going to be a match that's going to be decided in the third period. Right now we're all tied up, an exciting match. Two seniors, great matchup, 132 pounds. He's got to put his combinations back together, his snap down, shock, snap down, and hit the Kyle now. Maybe if the guy's going to counter the shuck, then he can hit the Kyle and get big points out of it, but he's got to be patient, smart, and get his two. Give up nothing. Right now he's not in a good position. Kiefer's got a single on him. And it's a 2-point takedown. Now we're down by 3 here.
I think Josh has been wrestling a little more tired. I don't know if he exerted so much energy in the beginning of his match, but he's been bailing out of a couple of those takedowns. He's down by, as you said, 3 points now.
Yeah.
He needs an escape and a takedown with about 1:09 left to be able to tie this match up.
You know, I don't think he can exert too much energy in any round in wrestling because really, you know, he got the points because he did it, and he stopped that same aggressive wrestling, and now the other guy's doing it, and he's getting the points. So kind of reinforces the fact that the guy that's going after it's going to get it. Josh's got to get out here. He's got to get back to his base and work out for 1 point because he needs a 1 and 2 to take this to overtime. But I think you're right. He's looking a little sluggish down there. He's got his head down. He needs to get his head up, get back to his base, get hand control, get out of there. So there's a rule in high school that
got 30 seconds left.
That ankle for more than 5 seconds, and he's kind of lifting on that for a long time. I thought they might get hit for stalling.
Stevens Point is not just trying to ride either. He's trying to get a turn here.
Yeah.
And we have
that's too bad because he started out like gangbusters here, just going out there and like dominating, and then all of a sudden we're down by 3 with 12 seconds left in the third period. And to start out that dominating but not finish.
Disappointing.
It is disappointing, yep. Josh is a tough kid, and I know he wanted this match bad, and he's got to learn how to win these kind of, you know, get that lead and then stay in perfect position.
Yeah, Stevens Point boy did a nice job of coming back from a deficit. And that would add 3 team points to Stevens Point. So the team score is now 16-9. And we're going to 138-pound weight class. 138 we have for Wausau West, Joe Umlauf, who is a senior, ranked number 1 in the state, against Tyler Hall, a sophomore from Stevens Point, who is Dennis Hall's son. Dennis Hall, of course, being the Olympic wrestler from Wisconsin who wrestled Greco-Roman.
Is he ranked?
He is not ranked at the moment that I know of. Like Dad, I have seen him wrestle, and he does like to do some upper body moves. And Joe's got his toes in, 2-point takedown, and out of bounds.
That'd be good to see Joe get a little test here.
I thought he gave 2-point takedown there. I must
apparently not.
Thought I saw him give 2 there, but no takedown. Joe's got him now, 2-point takedown and potentially to the back, but once again, we need to take it back to the center. Once again, he is out of the boundary.
We got 2-0 lead, and Joe elected to give him a point on an escape. So we're back to neutral, starting with 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the first period.
Oh, nice.
That was a really nice
outside single sweep.
Sweep is beautiful.
2-point takedown, score 4-1, and he's looking for that cradle. He looks pretty aggressive and hungry. Looks like he wants to get this boy on his back, but Joe's going to let him go for escape. So the score is 4-2. And Joe's going to look for that takedown again. Joe's up on that leg, bringing it up, looking for that trip. Secures the 2-point takedown. Let's get him score 6-2. We have about 40 seconds left in this period. Sure seemed like they end up a lot of time over here on the edge of the
boundary
map.
line, yeah, it's on the boundary a lot. I don't know if that's intentional or just by accident, but they get out of bounds and keep stopping this clock. And I think every time they come back to the middle, Joe's going to go neutral.
At 23 seconds left here. Looks like Joe's going to keep them down. Once again, score 6-2, 23 seconds left in this period.
Been a good time for a 23-second takedown drill. Caught him. gonna ride him out here and looking for a tilt.
He's looking
Got that
for
crossbody wrist
for that wrist ride and looking for a tilt.
So we got a score of 6-2 after the first period here with Omaha leading Hall. Senior against sophomore.
I'm looking at this Stevens Point lineup, and we got 3 seniors on here, so they are a young team.
Yep, they're pretty young.
And Joey doing a good job getting his feet. He just needs to finish off his move.
That was pretty slick about how he sat back on that.
2-point reversal, yep.
Lifted that up and then sat on it. Boy, I just put Hall down on his butt pretty fast. I don't think he knew it hit him there.
And to focus on not going out of the boundary there.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting serious here. He's taking his tape off. We're working, cut him out for an escape, and
looking for that.
Joe's looking for another takedown.
He's looking for on that front headlock to an inside trip, but Point Boy stepped away. Front head, and gave a 2-point takedown. Stevens Point coaching staff not agreeing with that call, but
I don't recognize a lot of those coaches over there, but I haven't been around wrestling for the last 3 years, so I recognize a couple of them, the head coach and Kiefer, but those other guys are kind of new to me, but he's got quite a bunch of younger staff, and
2-point takedown.
Coach Fabry's got a great staff here at Wausau West with Matt Spronster, Keith Roosh, John Kroll, Wally Skick, and he's got a couple of good volunteers. Got a pretty nice crew to work with here at Wausau West. It's been really nice to keep those guys on staff and doing a great job with that team. Their newcomer this year is Joe Perry, a former wrestler for Wausau West here, back in town, and we're also working out with our Wausau West Warriors on the coaching staff this year. Welcome Joe, and he's doing a great job.
14-5 score here with 35 seconds left.
As the athletic director and former wrestling coach here, it's always nice to see those young guys come back and work with our kids. And even like over Christmas break, there was a lot of alumni wrestlers that were in. We had alumni match last week and a good turnout for that. So good support, nice crowd here tonight from Wausau West. And things are going well for the Warriors with a 16-9 lead over Stevens Point, with Omaha up 14-5 at 15 seconds left in the second period.
As you're talking about Fabry's assistant coaches, 5 of them are actually ex-West wrestlers. There's 5 of them.
Wow.
Up Joe with a tilt, but with his leg ride, but didn't break the plane, and no back points. And that brings to the end of the period. In the second period, the score is 14-5. Joe with a 9-point lead.
Who took neutral? Hall take neutral, or did Omaha?
I missed that.
Look what he's doing.
Nice head seal by Joey.
But you see what Hall is doing?
Hall's looking for upper body throw.
He's going in for that bear hug, and Greco, his dad's a Greco medalist, Olympic medalist, isn't he?
Yes.
So here's his son looking for a big bear hug, and too bad it wasn't inbounds for Omaha. He went to tear his head off, and he had him a pretty nice headlock.
Definitely.
It's kind of changed that guy's tempo as far as looking to go upper body again. He's not such a big hurry to do that. Yeah, he's happy to give up 2 than to give up 5.
Joey's Joe's wrestling pretty aggressive here.
Yes, he is. He's getting after
it. A lot of intensity. Really trying to take charge. Nice sweeping single again. Got to come into it, secure that leg. Should be able to get 2 on the boy now. 2-point takedown.
Nice job, Joe.
18-6. That's with a 12-point lead.
Joe just goes from one thing to the next. If the first one's not there, he hits something right off it. And he's wrestled so much that he's just fluid. He's not like do one thing, think about it, do the next. He's combination without hesitation, and does a nice job. That's why he's ranked number 1 and One of the best ever at Wausau West here.
And he gave Stevens Point the escape at the beginning of that and got his takedown. And looks like he's trying to cradle
45 seconds
power
left.
half now.
So he got a 13-point lead.
And he's got the leg ride and looking for a tilt, and that still didn't get anything from it. He's got 30 seconds left in the match.
Working hard for that extra near fall.
He's cranking in that half, but Stevens Point kid did a good job of not going over, and Joey did a nice job of switching over to different tilt, but still no points, and there's 3 seconds left.
Never let up for 6 minutes, going hard all the time, trying to get an extra 2 points, but come up just a little bit short from a technical fall. I think I'm also a little frustrated with that. I don't blame him because he really worked hard to get those points, and pretty much Stevens Point just kind of blocked off on it and never gave anything up. I got to give Hall credit on that. He was going against a #1 ranked kid in the state and went the distance. So I guess there's a small victory there someplace.
Yeah, 145 now. We have Michael Phillips, who's a sophomore. Once again, he's filling in for Ben Kostrowski, who's our normal 145-pounder, who's out with a little owie. He's wrestling Journey Simkowski, a junior at Stevens Point.
Simkowski's a wrestling name down there too, so I would guess that he's got some pretty good experience. And Michael Phillips, he's really come a long way. You know, he stepped up and stepped in the lineup a lot of different times this year, and wrestles pretty well for us. I thought he was going to get a takedown, got out of position. Now he's giving up a 2 takedown and
back points.
Back points too. And we learned earlier we don't want to get too close to your back with Arvo here because called a pretty fast pin there earlier in the night. Oops, don't want to be there. So
Simkowski's pretty hungry for getting a pin. Michael's got to try to get that right arm in between the two bodies and push it through and turn. Simkowski's getting in deep on that pin. And there's the pin. That gives Stevens Point 6 points.
You know, the points that Stevens Point's getting, they only won 3 matches, but they got 2 pins. And, makes that score, closes that score pretty fast. It's 20-15 right now.
Yes. We come at 152 now. We have Travis Henniga from Wausau West, who is presently ranked 4th in the state. And he is wrestling Tyler Engel, who is a junior from Stevens Point.
Okay, we got a pretty tough guy coming out here for Wausau West. I think Travis has been just as tough as anybody. He's 23-1 right now, and Engel has been in their lineup for, I think, since he's been a freshman. So he has some experience too. 2 juniors going at it here. I think that Travis is probably going to hit some of his upper body stuff and go big on him.
I think this Tyler Engel in the conference this season is undefeated as well. I think he's like 3-0.
Wouldn't surprise me. He's a tough wrestler. He's wrestled for them since he's been a freshman. He's been a varsity caliber wrestler for Stevens Point. So Travis with a nice double leg takedown there, nice combination. Ends up with a double with 1:25 left in the first period. Goes up 2-0 over Stevens Point. Looks like Engel's little brother here coming up at the next weight class at 160 as a freshman. It's kind of nice to always have families.
And he's not in the lineup tonight. He's sick.
Okay.
So they're putting
Quentin Peters in there instead. That's too bad, because I always like that as the wrestling coach. You know, when you get families in there and you got 2 of this and 2 of that, it's just a fun way to get a lineup, and seeing 2 or 3 guys from the same family. Those moms and dads really are gung-ho about that, and really fun for them.
And they will have that at the end of their lineup. They have The last two weight classes will be two brothers, actually twin brothers, I believe.
Really? Well, Travis let him go for one, and now he's working in for a second takedown. And he got it, so Travis goes up 4-1. A nice combination takedown again. This one was totally different than the last one. The last one he went underneath for a double. This one he goes around over the top with the front hit and gets around and gets his two. So Travis showing a couple of moves, giving us a little bit of a clinic here on wrestling technique. Working hard for that wrist right and looking for a tilt off of that, but Smikowski does a nice job of countering, and they go out of bounds. 7 seconds left, 4-1 lead for Travis Heading and Wausau West. You know, Travis is ranked 4th in the state, is that what you said?
Yes, he's ranked 4th in the state presently.
I'm surprised. I would guess he would have been one or two. Been wrestling tough, and everybody, he's got a lot of pins this year for Wausau West. He's got 20-some wins. My guess he's 23 wins. He's probably got 20 pins.
Stevens Point deferred, and Wausau West, Travis Haddingott chooses down. Once again, the score 4-1. Travis is in the lead.
And he's out for an escape.
In the upper body position that he likes to be in a lot of times.
Yeah, Travis is kind of a Greco star himself. He's a state champion, national All-American in Greco. He's pretty tough, and he'll be pretty comfortable to go upper body with just about anybody. He's got it. Hit the headlock. He's got it really tight, and he's squeezing it hard. I think he's gonna get a pin out of this. It's over.
There he gets it.
Nice headlock by Travis on that. Just kind of go-to. If you want to go there, I'll take you off your feet on your back. And whenever he gets to his back, he's gotten so much better at getting that tight that very rarely guys get out of that headlock. So, Simikowski with getting pinned from Stevens Point with heading up, boosting Wausau West points up there. That's nice.
Yeah, 26-15 team score. Wausau West in the lead. Now we're going to go to 160 pounds, and we have for Wausau West, Jared Matazinski. Wrestling for Stevens Point, Quentin Peters, who is a junior. Jared is presently ranked 5th in the state at 160.
Good for him. Good for him. Jared Matazinski has worked his butt off to get where he's at, and I still think he's one of our most improved wrestlers from where he was a couple years ago.
And as we said last week, he is without a doubt one of the hardest workers in the wrestling room during the season and outside the season. He's just hardworking young man and a great kid personally too.
Yep. You know, and his mom and dad have been very, very active in the Booster Club ever since I've been the coach here at West, and just have done a fabulous job of organizing so many of our events, and as both their boys wrestled for Wausau West here.
Jared is doing a nice job trying to get his single leg sweep there, but the Stevens Point boy doing a nice job of tying up Jared's wrist there so he wasn't able to secure that takedown.
One thing I think we'll see from Jared here is some combinations, and he'll figure this guy out. That's kind of what he does. He figures out what's going to be his best combination. He's going to hit it and get a takedown just like he did. Really nice sweep, followed around, 2-point takedown.
Oop. Stevens Point kid did a nice job of turning in though and getting that leg. Jared's got to make sure he stays under the arms, doesn't get too high here.
He's not in a real good spot, but if he can get that half on, he can pull himself back up, exactly what he did.
And he got the legs in.
He did a nice job of getting himself back up. Yeah, he did a nice job there getting that leg in, and then once he had that half in, he could pressure himself back and get his hips back. That worked out really good for him.
Yep. And we have scored 2-0 and 39 seconds left in this first period.
Call a stalemate there?
Caution. Green. Nothing wrong with that. You have several cautions. Doesn't cost any points, and showing that he's aggressive and ready to wrestle. Nice breakdown.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think sometimes you intentionally jumpstart just to kind of, send the message right there. You're going to go, and sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't. But if you do, you're really got a big head start on the guy. That's nice. Jared did a good job with that, and a nice breakdown right here, and he's got him pretty flat. He's working hard to get that elbow up so he can thread the needle right there and get a pinning combination.
And he's doing a good job.
He's got to pinch that head hard.
Trying to bring that arm up.
He's got to rip that arm up more and then pinch that head with that leg.
Got the back.
Oh, that's too bad. He had that nice. Yeah, I was looking forward to that.
But he went down too low in the back once he got that arm back there.
Yep,
as you always used to teach, you got to keep it up high to the shoulder and not down in the back. But not enough time. Once again, score 2-0. Second period, and Mazinski is down. Another caution on Jared. Now he has to be careful of cautions.
Now the next one's a point, isn't it?
Stevens Point with an Aco ride. Jared secure that, come up and move his feet and get one. 1 point escape, score of 3-0. Now he's got to keep on moving on the feet, motion, and work on his setups and try to secure that takedown again. Stevens Point is just trying to hang on to his wrist.
You know, I think he's trying to slow down Jared. I think he knows that Jared's pretty tough on his feet. He's going to do anything he can to grab wrist and slow him down. Doing that 2-on-1, and I know him.
Yep, just trying to secure that.
That's a nice job on Jared. He stepped behind that leg, and then the guy had to take his hand off because he had to break his fall, so now Jared's in on a single.
Hip is in, 2 point takedown.
Nice single leg takedown, Jared Mazinski. Nice job. But he did, yeah, that was nice because what he did is he snapped it down. The guy had to take his hand off his 2-on-1, right? So gave Jared a chance to come in for that single and did a really nice job of seeing it was there, and he hit it.
Jared coming in with his
5-0 lead for Jared Mazinski with 1 minute left in that second period. And I'm thinking Coach Faber's looking for bonus points here.
Yep. Jared's got his leg in. He's got a power half going in on the other side. Trying to get the point turned here. And I'm sorry, you said what about Coach Faber?
I think Coach Faber's looking for Jared to get some bonus points for the team here because this is, you know, he relies on his seniors to get a bonus point here and there. And Jared's one of his seniors, and I'm sure he sent them out there saying 4 points or more for the team. That means he's got to have 8 points more than Stevens Point. And he's sitting in a pretty good spot right now, 5 point lead with over 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the match. So, you know, Jared might have to cut him loose here and go for takedowns because it seems like he can just about take him down when he wants to with his combinations. And this guy's doing a pretty good job of bracing off and stalling from Jared getting the pinning combination in.
Jared definitely is trying to work on that cradle, but the Stevens Point boy really keeps on tucking his elbow and doesn't. Jared hasn't been able to get that elbow and tuck it. Oh, there comes Jared now with that cradle that he used last week, where he uses that knee up on the head and gets the boy's head tucked down and locks up his cradle. Came close to that again, but ran out of time. So here we are in the third period. Beginning of the third period, Jared's ahead 5-0, and Stevens Point is in the down position.
I think it's too bad for Jared Mazinski there's not 2 minutes and 20 seconds in each round because he had the guy in a really bad spot the first period at the end and again at the second period at the very end he had him in a bad spot. And 20 more seconds, I think Jared either's got a pin or he's definitely got a 3-point near fall both periods.
Yep.
So it looks like Coach Faber's opted to have him work for back points for bonus points for the team and keep working on top.
Jared's in that position right now he'd like to be in. He's looking for that cradle situation again.
This guy's really stalling hard.
Yep, Stevens Point.
You got to call him pretty quick here.
You tell his goal that he's out there not to get pinned.
Not to get pinned, not to get on my back.
Trying to give up any more points. Finally, Stevens Point is being
warned for stalling.
Warned for stalling.
Which was well earned, no doubt.
We have about 1 minute left here in this third period. Once again, Jared's ahead 5-0. Team score of 26-15. Jared's going for that.
Trying to thread that needle again.
Thread that needle, right? Get his arm between opponent's arm and back, but to no avail.
I still think I would have went for that takedown release and got a 4-point team advantage and then worked for the pin. I just think that Jared's tough on his feet. Plus, this time of the season, give him more reps, working a decent wrestler, repping your takedowns.
So there are 40 seconds here remaining in this match.
This guy went right down without a big fight even. He's just trying to hold on.
I think Stevens Point may be called here for stalling again. If Jared gets off to the side, if he stays square to the hips, the ref probably won't call it. 20 seconds.
Well, if anybody can do it in the end of the round for the team, Jared's one of those guys. Seems to find a way. There's a will, there's a way, and this guy did a nice job of fighting him off for the whole 6-minute match and only giving up 5 match points.
3 team points.
3 team points for Wausau West. So small victory for Stevens Point. Great wrestling by Jared Madazinski. Very solid. No room for error there.
Team score is 29 for Wausau West, 15 for Stevens Point, and we're moving into the 170-pound weight class. For Wausau West, we have Cody Grunwald, who's a senior, against Billy Duffert, who's a junior from Stevens Point. Both of these boys are ranked in state. Cody for Wausau West is ranked 9th, and Billy is ranked 12th in state.
Wow, that's going to be a good match.
So it should be a good match.
You know, here another Wausau West wrestler here that is transformed from where he was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. First-year wrestler and just unbelievable season going right now. 25-4 and beat some pretty good wrestlers. So I look for Cody to wrestle well tonight and take on this challenge in this match. I've watched him probably wrestle 10 matches. I haven't seen him get tested, honestly. I've seen him pretty much dominate just about everybody's wrestled. So.
And Cody was trying to do some of his pull buys that he likes to do, but now he's in a position where he's in an overhook, and I don't think that's his best position to be in. But now they're back to both working for inside ties and looking for the moves. Cody to the front head does a nice job of taking it the other way for a 2-point takedown and back points. And if he stays in there well with his hips, came close to getting that pin, Coach. He was real close to securing a pin.
He did an awesome job of that. He hipped that over so hard right away with that front headlock and then really knew when to step over and throw the legs in. And I'm surprised, give that kid from Point a lot of credit. He got out of a pretty tough spot with almost in a Saturday Night Ride situation, and he got himself off his back. He's the real deal.
Score 5-0 with 30 seconds left in this first period. It gives Cody definitely some breathing room when he has a 5-0 lead, but he's just continuing to wrestle aggressively and in control. 23 seconds left here with this period.
But found out at at 1:32 the match isn't over until the buzzer goes off.
Oh, nice!
Josh Gould did a nice job of coming out and then ended up giving up a lot of points in the third period and lost. So Cody's got to finish now. He's got a great start and he's got to stay in perfect position and just look to keep adding on points here and there to put this match further and further away.
Cody was real close there and getting his
nice
favorite little roll through to a half, but just didn't secure the person to get the points. So Cody chooses, it's Stevens Point choice. Stevens Point chooses down, beginning of the second period. Cody trying his same signature ride move there to a pin, but once again wasn't able to get the point boy on his back. Right now he's trying to work on that arm, trying to get into that hammer position across the back. Getting it threaded, gets it threaded to back half, drops his hip. He's got to drop his hip though. Cody's got to drop down on it. Could get the pin here.
He's got him.
He is tough on this.
He is.
And he gets the pin.
What an awesome job, Cody Grunwald. Wow.
Awesome
that is
job.
Impressive. That is really impressive. Like I said, I think this guy is going to shock a lot of people this year because he wasn't even on the mat last year. He had a shoulder injury, had surgery, and was never on the mat. And, you said that guy's ranked top 10, wasn't he?
Yes. He was ranked 12th. We were ranked 9th, and they were ranked 12th. So that's pretty equal rankings.
And he pretty much took him apart. From the very get-go, up 5-0, and then Gets him on his back, gets the pin. That's huge. That's a big match, Cody Grunwald.
Yep. Gives us
Wausau
a
West,
score of 35-15 team-wise.
Yep.
And here at 182, we have Kyle Zimick, a senior for Wausau West, against Mitch Malik, a junior from Stevens Point. And Mitch, for point, is ranked 9th in state.
Okay. Mitch did a nice job of shooting right on the whistle. You know, I've seen Point do that 3 or 4 times tonight now. They caught us kind of flat-footed by hitting it right on the whistle on their feet. A nice shot. Something probably to put down in the memory for when you're wrestling Point. Be ready on your feet on the whistle. If you're not,
and of course, as you always say,
take a shot.
Should always be ready on your feet no matter who you're wrestling. Always be ready.
You definitely got to be, otherwise you end up down on the mat, down by 2. Right now, Kyle Zimick is kind of got caught off guard on the whistle and gave up a 2-point takedown.
Malik is working on that arm bar and trying to get a tilt or something going here, but isn't able to secure anything. He's got 2 on one arm, looking for a cradle. Nothing's really there for him.
This guy is pretty physical. This Malik is pretty physical. You hit that crossface really hard, but the thing I like about Kyle is about as tough as anybody we've got. You'd probably hit him over the head with a baseball bat, and he'd break the bat and then smile about it because it'd probably just motivate him. He's pretty tough.
Kyle's got to be ready there. He's going, tying him up upper body, but he's not being aware where his feet is at. As Stevens Point released him there before and got a 2-point takedown, releases him again.
Yeah, he's got to be ready and
move on his feet.
He's got to get his hands out in front of him, his head down a little bit lower. You know, the thing is, Kyle gets a takedown here. He's right back in this match.
Yep, score is 4-2 in favor of Stevens Point. There, Kyle's moving a little bit better on his feet, but he still keeps the other leg close. He's got to keep on moving it. Kyle likes to do some moves from upper body, but the Stevens Point boy is wrestling a little bit more aggressively.
He is, he's explosive. There you go. That was a little bit better finish than that.
End of the first period. Score once again 4-2 in favor of Stevens Point. Zimick from Wausau West defers. Stevens Point chooses down. Zimick kind of lets him go there. Gives Stevens Point a 3-point lead, 5-2.
Kyle working in a nice Russian tie there. Now looks like he's looking for the double arm coming across. If I remember right, he's got a pretty good takedown out of that position. If we can get that other one pulled all the way across.
Yeah, pull it across and
he does a little trip.
Oop, gotta be ready on his feet though. He's focusing so much on getting the guy's arms on it, but once again he's forgetting about where his feet is and he's not moving.
Stevens Point's got a 7-2 lead here at 182 pounds. West up 35-15 in the dual meet score, and got a match here where Stevens Point seems to be getting the best of Wausau West. The thing I like about Tyler too is he just never stops. You know, he's not gonna give up. He's not gonna change his attitude. He's gonna keep working. He's trying to get his elbows underneath him and get back to base, and you know he'll frustrate this guy pretty soon, and then he'll get in pretty good position. He'll get out. He's a pretty good athlete. He'll get out of there.
And ref decides to call him back to the center.
They
really didn't go out of the wrestling area, but stopped the match, and Stevens Point's releasing us. So the score is 7-3, 4-point lead. Once again, Kyle's got to focus on getting back in this match by getting a takedown, getting aware where his feet is. He's letting the Stevens Point have an inside tie, and Kyle's just resting his arms there. Called us for stalling. He's backing up. We're backing up. Warning against Wausau West. Stalling.
See, I do think Kyle should probably go upper body with this. He's got a lot. bigger upper body. He's got some pretty good pipes on him. He should probably go upper body with this guy and try to get a bear hug. Something. I know he's got a pretty good bear hug when he gets it in. He's going to have to go big here to get back in the match.
He turned his hip to the side there, gave the point wrestler a good position there, and gave him 2 there towards the end of that round. Now the score is 9-3 in favor of Stevens Point.
Right, he shouldn't have gave that up. I wasn't watching a lot of college wrestling, Roger, and those guys put a whizzer in and they just don't give it up, and then they don't give a takedown on it at the college level. They just don't. Yeah,
so talking about college wrestling, your son wrestling for UW Badgers, and I believe Jackson is undefeated in dual matches, and the Badgers have a big match Friday evening against Penn State. But you got to be pretty excited about him being undefeated in duels at this time. And there's Kyle with close to a reversal.
Almost had a switch there. Yeah, that's no doubt. Jackson's had just a great year. He's, I think he's 9-0 in duels. He's 4-0 or 5-0 in the Big Ten, and currently ranked 20th in the country, and just doing a great job. He's going to get his test this weekend. He wrestles number 2 tomorrow night at Penn State.
Number 2 ranked.
Number 2 ranked in the nation, defending national champ last year, and then on Sunday he's over at Ohio State wrestling the number 5 ranked guy, an All-American from last year. So if he comes back this weekend still undefeated in the Big Ten, we know he's the real deal.
So Stevens Point released Kyle Zimick here. Score is 10-4. And there's 1 minute and about 10 seconds left in the third period. So Wausau West down by 6 points. Kyle's got to get his hips away in that front head. Kyle did a nice job of trying to get the head down, getting the front head, and maybe take the opponent to his back, but he has to get Stevens Point extended, get his hips away on it. Well, sweeping single on Stevens Point. Kyle, you got to be ready.
Well, he's kind of backing up on the whistle. He's got to be circling right, circling left. Can't back straight out. You're almost always going to get hit on a takedown of some sort.
So right now they have a 8-point lead in this match, which of course will give them another team point here. 30 seconds left. We need Kyle to at least maybe score 1.
Well, the point boy never stopped wrestling. He just kept going the whole time. So I'm going to give him some credit. He wrestled hard, and 1 point. Both wrestlers stalling.
1 each. So the score is 13-5. We have 10 seconds left. Nice quick escape here would be a great thing for Wausau West. If he could go out and get his 1 point escape, save 1 team point, but it looks like he's not going to secure that. Skating forward to try to get to a stand-up.
Well, he went for it. He did go after it. Give him credit for that. And final score ended up 13-5. Stevens Point wins this one. And what's our dual score now?
35-19. They have on the scoreboard. And now we are at 195. Jake Whalen from Wausau West, I believe, will be getting a forfeit. Yes. Jake Whalen, our sophomore here, will be receiving a forfeit from Stevens Point. Apparently their wrestler was sick or injured that they had in the lineup before. So we are now at 220. We have River Judd for Wausau West, who is a senior, against James Pollock from Stevens Point, who is a senior. And he is a twin to his brother that is wrestling 285 for Stevens Point. So once again, you talked about having brothers wrestling on a team together. Point will have that in the next 2 rounds here.
So that mom's got to have quite a grocery bill because one guy's 220 and the other one's 285. So I guess you don't want to have her grocery bill. Nice job, River Judd, with the headlock.
Headlock. You got to lift it up. Lift it up. You got to reef it upwards. Pull it up. Lift up on it, and he can get the pin. There he goes. He's up. He's got to drop his hip and lift. Drop his hip and lift.
See, Arvo can't get over there very
lift
fast.
it right now. River. He's got to lift up on that head more. He's not lifting enough. He's got to really reef it up. There he goes. Now he's lifting it. Now he's lifting it. Keeping his hips sunk. Keep lifting up. Got to keep on lifting the head up.
It's got to be close to the pin here. This could be it.
From our position here, we can't see that far.
Well, I'll tell you, this shoulder's really flat.
Yeah, yes, that's what you need to do. You need to sit through like he's doing now and just lift the head straight up, and he gets the pin.
Gets the pin. Good for him. Way to go, River Judd.
That puts the match team score of 47-19. 47-19. Now James' twin brother will be wrestling for Stevens Point, and we have at our 285 weight class for Wausau West, Ryan Fay, a senior, against Justin Pollock, a senior from Stevens Point. And Ryan is ranked 8th in the state.
Well, good for Ryan. He's worked really hard. This is another one, like Jared Manzinchi said, this is an excellent young man, coachable, kind of guy that, everybody in school likes. Just a great job. But I got to tell you, this heavyweight, if this is a twin, he ate more than the other guy did.
He's a little bit bigger than his twin brother.
50 pounds heavier. He's a big boy. There's two big boys going. I guess we're.
Well, we don't want twin brothers that they wouldn't want them at the same weight.
No, you're right. So Mom said you don't get this, and
the other one gets to eat more.
Yeah, and Justin gets seconds. So
Ryan is in there in his underhook position and trying to get better position.
Point ranked?
Stevens Point wrestler is, yes, he is ranked 15th.
Well, so both of them are pretty decent heavyweights here. 285 weight class, which is the maximum weight you can weigh. Of course, these guys, neither one probably weighs 285, although that guy from Stevens Point, I bet it's in the 275 range.
And he's also, I believe, undefeated in the conference. Both of them, I think, are 3-0.
So this is a big match for both these guys right here. Could determine the number 1 seed in the conference. That was nice. That was a really nice heavyweight takedown by Ryan Fay. He hit a snap on the head and ran a double. Unbelievable. It was awesome. What an awesome heavyweight takedown.
Control the hips, needs to stay behind this job of getting over.
That was sweet. He just followed through and he knew where he was. A lot of times a big guy like that so into it that the guy will roll him right through and you don't get anything out of it. And Ryan did a great job of dropping his hips down, just falling right out the bottom, and there was no way he could roll him through. And super takedown.
1 point red. Wausau West had a illegal hold. Full Nelson.
Did, huh?
Scores 2-1, 22 seconds left. Keeping the point wrestler's hips to the mat. Three seconds left. And that's the end of the first period. Once again, score 2-1. Stevens Point's choice.
Well, the last 2 weight classes.
Chooses to defer, and Wausau West going to go down.
The last 2 weight classes just really jumped that score out there. I mean, it was kind of close, and it was actually kind of like, we've been kind of dominating, and they're like only 10 points behind us. But now the last 3, I think we ended up with the forfeit. The
forfeit and the pin, so 12 points there. Yeah. So it was 35-19, and that was somewhat of a reachable distance.
Still think
Brian needs to try to keep his hips under him and trying to do the heavyweight stand-up. He does a nice job moving to the side and securing the 1 point escape. Nice job there.
Really, really nice job. You know, and the thing that he's got so much better that he used to do the tripod stand-up, and he's doing a lot better now, where he skates that knee out, hits the stand-up, gets his head up, his chest back, and zips underneath him, and then he gets really nice job on the hand control. And it's pretty tough to ride Ryan. He's gotten almost impossible to ride on the bottom now, and that's huge for heavyweight. You get that 1 point escape, can get a takedown. It's pretty tough to lose at the heavyweight to stay in perfect position.
We have 1 minute left in the second period here, and what's going to score is 3-1 Wausau West. And official brings it back to the center of the mat. I'm not sure what that was about.
I really don't know either. It's the third time it's happened tonight, and I'm still confused.
Guess he saw there was no action at the time and brought him back, but there was no calls for anything else.
You know, I'm 58 years old, and Arvo reffed me in high school, so he's doing a heck of a job out there. Also, West looking pretty good
Both
tonight.
in over and under, but Ryan in a bad position there. He's leaning way too much to the side, and Stevens Point gets a 2-point takedown, and he's going to get back points. And Ryan gets 2-point reversal, I believe. So it gave him 2-point takedown, 3-point near fall for Stevens Point, and then a 2-point reversal for Wausau West.
If I was in college, I would ask for a replay because
And
I don't
that's the
think
end
there
of the
was a
second period.
5-point near fall there at 45 seconds and at 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
But maybe there was.
In
so.
college, you can question it, and they'll look at a video
Yep.
replay of it as they would in a lot of other sports. So Wausau West just gave Stevens Point an escape start of the third period. So Point is winning right now, 7-5 at the beginning of this third period, basically. So Ryan needs to get a takedown to get into tie.
Yeah,
Once
that
again, he was in a
five-pointer
good
turned that
position
match
there,
around,
now
yeah.
over and under, and he just tipped his head too far to the side and got caught. Huge 5-point mistake.
Yeah, because he's really out-wrestled the guy the rest of the match. Just that for about 10-second lull there and gave up 5 points, and he's behind by 2. It's just nature of the sport.
Stevens Point's backing up here a lot.
Yeah, you should be warning for stalling here pretty quick. You better not wait till we get down to a minute. And this
Ryan
is a weight
needs
class.
to keep on pushing into him to get the point wrestler to back up so he can get that stalling call. You can't back up off of him. You got to keep on pushing into him.
Thing is, it's not the weight class you want to be down by 2.
No.
Going into the last period. You just don't. It's just not a lot of points scored usually. I mean, it's 7-5 is a high 285 weight class score.
There's stalling called on Stevens Point.
That's only his warning. This guy's got 40 seconds. He can take 2 more and still win.
Ryan's got to go and try to secure that takedown. That wasn't a good shuck there that Ryan had, and basically put his head underneath there. He's got to get.
This is going to be a frustrating
setup
loss for
going.
Ryan. He out-wrestled the guy for all but about 10 seconds, so it's not a match you want to lose. I'm sure they'll see each other again. They'll see themselves at the conference tournament and the regionals.
Yeah, and they're in our regionals this year. Stevens Point is for the first time in a long, long time. And with 1 second left here, going to be not a good ending for the Wausau West team in this match, but team-wise we'll end up with a big win.
Well,
that'll give the victory to Point, and we'll give them 3 more points, so it'll make the final score 47-22. Scoreboard they have 23, but it should be 22.
So here we are at Wausau West, ending up our Valley match with Wausau West coming out on top of Stevens Point, remaining undefeated in the Valley with, I think, an upset win at the 285 weight class. Otherwise, bottom line is I think that Point scored more points than I expected them to tonight. They got some pins. They won a match or 2 that I thought maybe we could beat them at. But all overall, 47-22 is a pretty dominant score over another team undefeated in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. And again, I'd like to thank our students here at Wausau West.
And before we do that, one plug for their dual match next week. I believe Wausau West is wrestling at Wausau East.
Wausau West at Wausau East, and then on the 31st, they're up at Merrill in a big showdown of the number 2 ranked and number 3 ranked going head-to-head and basically for the conference title. But Wausau West students, thanks very much. Coach Mr. Brandt of that department did a super job, and Coach Marsh, thanks for being my partner again tonight here
Thank you,
at
Coach
Wausau
Hein.
West. Dan Hein, of Wausau West Athletic Director, saying good night from the Wausau West Fieldhouse. Go Warriors.